Shelley Duvall's retreat from the spotlight has been a subject of speculation for a long time, with some wondering if Stanley Kubrick's treatment of the actress on set of The Shining played a factor in her withdrawal. But now, the former actress tells The Hollywood Reporter there's more to the. In one of her first interviews in many years, the actress confirms Kubrick's filming method was difficult to take. She recalls, Kubrick doesn't print anything until at least the 35th take. 35 takes, running and crying and carrying a little boy. It gets and full performance from the first rehearsal. That's difficult. At times, she defends the director by describing how warm and friendly he could be towards her, but eventually admits he had an abusive and violent streak in him. Eventually, she says her body couldn't take it anymore. But after a while, it says, stop doing this to me. I don't want to cry every day. And sometimes just that thought alone would make me cry, she reflects. To wake up on a Monday morning, so early, and realize that you had to cry all day because it was scheduled, I would just start crying. It'd be like, oh no, I can't. And yet I did it. I don't know. Duvall adds that even co-star Jack Nicholson noticed the negative impact on her mental health, one day telling her, I don't know how. Anjelica Huston, Duvall's friend and Nicholson's girlfriend at the time, tells THR she had a feeling Duvall was having a hard time just dealing with the emotional content. But Huston says that Nicholson and Kubrick didn't seem to be all that sympathetic towards their co-star. It seemed to be a little bit like the boys were ganging up. The Addams Family star. That might have been completely my misread on the situation, but I just felt it. And when I saw her during those days, she seemed generally a bit tortured. I don't think anyone was being particularly careful of her. Even now, Duvall seems shaken by the role she once took on, crying as she rewatched the scene when Nicholson chases her with a bat. When asked why she's overcome with emotion, the 71-year-old explains, because we filmed that for about 3 weeks every day. It was very hard. Jack was so good, so damn scary. I can only imagine how many women go through this kind of thing. Trending stories won the tragically similar fates of Bobbi Kristina Brown and Whitney Houston. Two the biggest revelations from Priyanka Chopra's book, Unfinished. Shelley Duvall recalls enduring very hard time on The Shining. Her experience on set of The Shining wasn't the reason she up and left Hollywood. In fact, she doesn't give any explanation. Rather, she says the 1994 Northridge earthquake that damaged her home's subsequent financial problems led her to move to rural. For the next 2 decades, Duvall remained out of the public eye. It was only in 2016 that Duvall felt ready to appear in front of a camera again. She agreed to an interview with Dr. Phil McGraw, who at the time was widely criticized for exploiting her mental health. During their conversation, the actress made troubling remarks, at one point claiming her Popeye co-star Robin Williams never committed suicide. He was just. To this day, the 71-year-old says she regrets allowing cameras into her home. I found out the kind of person he is the hard way, Duvall. My mother didn't like him, either. A lot of people, like Dan, said, you shouldn't have done that. In response, a spokesperson for told THR that their goal was to document the struggle and bring amazing resources to change her trajectory as we have for so many over 90. Unfortunately, she declined our initial offer for inpatient treatment that would have included full physical and mental evaluations, giving her a chance to privately manage her challenges, the statement continued. After many months of follow-up, in collaboration with her mother, she ultimately refused us. We were of course very disappointed, but those offers for help remain open. Duvall has since found comfort and security in Texas, where she's made a life. Though it's not what people imagined for the former movie star's future, she has friends who look out for her, including a waitress who warned the author Seth Abramovich, I'm not sure who you are, but out here amongst these rural hill country communities, we look out for each other and we take care of each other. Does that make sense?